Welcome to Black and Red Talks, your daily dose of AC Milan news. Breaking news from Di Marzio. AC Milan is actively planning for the future, and next week could mark a turning point in announcing their new sporting director. It's down to a two-horse race between Fabio Paratici and Igli Tare. Meetings have already happened with Cardinali and Ibrahimovic in the mix. Although Andrea Berta was considered, he seems more inclined toward a Premier League venture. Stay tuned. AC Milan is evaluating its coaching options as a split with Sergio Conceicao seems increasingly likely. An intriguing possibility on the horizon is the return of Max Allegri to Milanello. Despite challenges, the prospect remains exciting, given Allegri's past success with the club, including a Serie A title and an Italian Super Cup. Breaking news on AC Milan's hunt for a new sporting director. It's down to two key candidates, Fabio Paratici and Igli Tare. Meetings have already taken place, with Cardinali and Ibrahimovic leading the charge. Andrea Berta was considered too, but leans towards the Premier League. AC Milan faces big changes if they miss out on the Champions League spot. A major player might be sold, either Theo, Maignan, or Leão. Expect a new coach with a playstyle like De Zerbi's and a new sporting director. Paratici tops the list, closely followed by Tare. Carlo Ancelotti, the Real Madrid coach and legendary AC Milan icon, recently voiced strong criticism against AC Milan for letting go of Paolo Maldini in June 2023. Ancelotti expressed that dismissing Maldini was like losing a piece of history. He insisted that Paolo truly embodies Milan's essence, and the club made a mistake by parting ways with him. There's a bit of tension in the air at AC Milan due to Sergio Conceicao's recent comments. As reported by journalist Carlos Passerini, some within the club weren't too pleased with Conceicao's remark that he'd leave without asking for more money if he's no longer needed. In these challenging times, unity is crucial, making his words quite jarring. Gianluca Di Marzio reports that AC Milan considered Andrea Berta for the sporting director role, soon to be vacant after D'Ottavio's departure in late 2024. However, Berta is leaning towards opportunities in the Premier League, where he has multiple options. According to Corriere della Sera's journalist Carlos Passerini, AC Milan is firm on keeping Conceicao as head coach. The club feels another change, with less than 3 months remaining, wouldn't make sense. However, a disastrous result tonight could spark unexpected decisions. Exciting news from AC Milan's transfer talks. La Gazzetta dello Sport reports a potential summer move involving a swap between Milan and Fiorentina. The plan? Keep Sottil in Milan permanently at a buyout of $11M, while Adli heads to Fiorentina for a similar fee. Will Sottil don red and black and Adli suit up in purple next season? Stay tuned as this develops. According to Gazzetta dello Sport, as making next season's Champions League seems out of reach, AC Milan must secure a spot in the Europa League. While the financials differ, the international appeal is crucial. Milan can achieve this by finishing at least 6th in Serie A or winning the Coppa Italia. AC Milan is set to appoint a new sporting director soon. Leading the shortlist is Paratici, with Tare closely following. Modesto is considered a long shot, and Berta is reportedly out of the running. Stay tuned as the competition heats up for this crucial role. Tuttosport reveals that AC Milan is considering Gian Piero Gasperini, Atalanta's current coach, as a potential replacement if Sergio Conceicao departs. Known for maximizing team resources, Gasperini aligns well with Redbird's strategy. Crucial weeks ahead for Milan. Tuttosport reports that AC Milan plans to stick with Sergio Conceicao as coach until the season ends, assessing his performance then. However, if results worsen, Mauro Tassotti, part of Milan's future staff under Massimo Otto, could step in temporarily. The iconic San Siro Stadium, home to AC Milan and Inter Milan, won't see any renovation soon. The city council hasn't moved forward with a proposal for the stadium's overhaul, leaving the legendary venue unchanged for now. Stay tuned as the situation evolves for our beloved Mizza. According to Gazzetta dello Sport, AC Milan faces a big decision regarding Joao Felix, currently on loan from Chelsea until season's end. His future hinges on Sergio Conceicao's fate. Milan aims to extend Felix's loan with Chelsea to keep him longer at the club. Fans are expressing frustration as Milan faces Lazio at San Siro. Curva released a critical statement saying the season feels almost over, and only the Coppa Italia derbies can save some dignity. They slammed summer mistakes, lack of planning, and criticized ownership's absenteeism and poor decisions, including removing key staff. Coach and players were not spared, with performances deemed unworthy of Milan's jersey. As a protest, fans plan to enter the stadium 15 minutes late and may boycott completely if they don't see improvement, demanding structural changes and a return to traditional Milan values. Transfer expert Matteo Moretto reveals that Milan is set to finalize a major summer sale. Juventus plans to acquire Pierre Kalulu for 14 million euros. Barring any last-minute changes, the French defender will join Juve. The coming weeks are crucial to seal this deal completely. Breaking news on AC Milan's transfer market. Matteo Moretto of Relevo reports that Rafael Leão, under contract until 2028, is attracting interest from the Premier League and Saudi Arabia. Despite his 175 million euros buyout clause, Milan might entertain lower offers. The Gazzetta dello Sport reveals a surprising twist at AC Milan involving Fabio Paratici as a contender for the sporting director role. Interestingly, Paratici has a history with Milan, having spoken with the club during the early Elliott era. Despite being banned for 30 months in January 2023, he's set to resume full duties by July 20, though he can still perform limited tasks for a club. This won't be an obstacle for Milan. According to Matteo Moretto, Tijani Reijnders is untouchable in AC Milan's upcoming transfer plans. Chelsea showed interest in the Dutch midfielder, but talks aren't progressing. Reijnders is set to renew his contract until 2030, eager to stay. The only wild card is Milan's Champions League qualification. Transfer buzz is heating up. Word from market expert Matteo Moretto hints at a major summer move. Juventus is set to snag AC Milan's Pierre Kalulu for 14 million euros. Barring any last-minute twists, the French defender will don black and white. Stay tuned as this deal unfolds in the coming weeks. Exciting update from Relevo, shared by market expert Matteo Moretto. If AC Milan misses out on next season's Champions League, no top player will be untouchable. Offers for stars could be considered if they're appealing. Crucial months ahead for the club's market strategy. Big news from Gazzetta dello Sport. Former Lazio director Tare is leading the race for Milan's new sporting director. Surprisingly, Cardinali and Ibrahimovic are hands-on in this process. They personally met with Tare, Paratici, and Berta. While Forlani typically handled negotiations, this time he may just finalize decisions made by others. AC Milan is on the verge of appointing a new sporting director. Igli Tare is emerging as a top contender for the role. With nearly 15 years of experience at Lazio, Tare brings a deep understanding of Serie A. His expertise in navigating complex environments makes him a strong candidate for the position. Tijani Reijnders is off limits for AC Milan's upcoming transfer plans. Chelsea's taken a keen interest in the Dutch midfielder, but here's the scoop. Reijnders is set to renew with Milan until 2030. He's eager to stay, though a lack of Champions League qualification could shake things up. However, Milan is committed to keeping him unless an extraordinary offer pops up. As we speak, AC Milan is battling Lazio, and we're 15 minutes into the first half with a 0-0 score. The Curva just arrived at San Siro, chanting in unison, voicing their discontent with the management. The protests against the club leadership are still strong. AC Milan just wrapped up their match against Lazio, falling 2-1 after a last-minute penalty was awarded due to the Isaacson-Maignan clash. Pedro scored the decisive spot kick for Lazio. It's a tough period for Sergio Conceicao's squad, marking their third straight league loss.